heading back to Disney. So my husband surprised me yesterday with a quick Walt Disney World trip for the weekend for my birthday. So we are leaving Thursday night around 8. I think our flight leaves around like 8:30. Probably get to Orlando MCO around 11 p.m. We're picking up a rental car like we usually do from Alamo, and then we'll drive to our timeshare resort, which isn't too far from the parks. And then we'll be staying 2 nights and then leaving Sunday late morning. I think the flight's at 11 a.m. to get back here by 2 so that we can get ready for the week. I have yet to celebrate Disney there for my birthday. Everyone else has, so this will just be fun. I've been to Disney so many times that I know what is needed to pack, or I know what is needed to plan a trip, but I've never had to plan a trip in such a short amount of time. And so it's like, I am like, oh my God, my head just started popping off with all the stuff that I had to do yesterday. So it all started with, I think Saturday. At some point, Friday or Saturday, my husband was like, Pam, what are you doing for your birthday? And I was like, I don't know. I was thinking having my daughter go spend the weekend with my parents, and then like I'll come together for like a dinner. And I was like, low key chill. And my husband was like, oh, why don't we go to Disney? And I was like, you know, I'll never turn that down, like as a joke, whatever. And then Sunday morning, he comes in and he was like, so you need to work on Monday because we're leaving Thursday. And I'm like, where are we going? And he's like, we're going to Disney. We're leaving Thursday night, and so we'll be there Friday and Saturday and leave Sunday. And I screamed. I was like, no, we didn't. He was like, yeah, I just bought the tickets. So I was like, okay, I had a few things that I had to do on Monday. And first thing, I had to text my manager, just switching of the days, so that was cool. And then I had to buy the tickets. And then I was like, what are we doing? Are we doing 1 park per day, or are we park hopping? So we as a family have yet to park hop. I haven't found it beneficial yet because, one, we usually stay off-site in our timeshare resort. So we never really get to, oh, and I'm so sorry about this beeping fire smoke detector. I know it's very stereotypical right now, but it started this morning, and the batteries are being delivered at some point this morning. So if you hear it, my apologies. It's driving me absolutely crazy right now. But anyways, I forget where I was. So tickets. So we usually do 1 park per day just because we don't really rope drop as a family. It just doesn't really make sense for us to get there like super early, and then needing to have a break in the middle, and then driving back to our resort, and then driving back to the park later on. So we kind of just like mosey our way in there towards the afternoon. So I decided not to do park hop this time. But so we'll do 2 parks. So we'll do Epcot on Friday. Yes, because Epcot's just our favorite park still. I was going between Epcot and Hollywood Studios, and the reason why I picked Epcot was the Food and Wine Festival is going on, and we actually haven't done any other festival besides the Flower and Garden. So I was like, it'll be something different. Whereas Hollywood Studios, it's still the same since the last 2 times we've been there. So we'll always get a chance to go back to Hollywood Studios. So Food and Wine was my reason to pick Epcot, and then Magic Kingdom, because that's just the Disney park. You just have to go. So we'll do that on Saturday. And the reason why I chose which day for which park was I was thinking of doing Magic Kingdom on Friday, but it turns out that's the day of the Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party. And those tickets are sold out. Unfortunately, not unfortunately, it's 5 days out, so of course they'd be sold out. And if you don't know, when there's a special ticketed event like the Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party, Magic Kingdom closes early at 6 p.m. So if you are not a party goer or a party guest with a valid ticket, they will kick you out. So I was like, well, since we don't go early, do we want to do Magic Kingdom? Because it will be not crowded at all, so we can get a lot of the stuff that we need to get done. But then I love Happily Ever After. I wanted to see like the new nighttime parade. So I was like, you know what? We'll deal with the crowds on Saturday. We'll do Epcot Friday, which will probably be busy too, because everyone's going to try and avoid Magic Kingdom. And then we'll do Magic Kingdom on Saturday. It's totally fine. So I booked, my husband and I, the 2 day one park tickets, and I actually had an expired ticket for my daughter that I didn't get to use for this past August. So if you have any tickets that you don't use that you let expire, so you haven't scanned into a park with them or whatever, you can actually use the credits that you paid for that ticket for a different date. So I had bought her the cool kid summer deal that they were having, where it was like one park per day that excluded Magic Kingdom. So I just changed that ticket to a 2-park one day ticket, the one that I've been talking about, to include Magic Kingdom. And Magic Kingdom is the most expensive park, so I actually had to pay a little bit more. I think it was like $67 that I had to pay extra for, which is fine. And then I bought Memory Maker just because with my family, I'm the planner, I'm the videographer. I just always want to make sure that I have some pictures where I'm in it myself. I can always ask my husband and my daughter now to take pictures, but it just would be nice to have little remembrance. I just love looking at them in my app. So then my husband picked the flights, booked the flights. He booked the parking for our car at our home airport. He booked the rental car through the Costco rental car option, which I love, absolutely love. If you don't get anything else from a Costco membership, but you rent cars often, I highly recommend getting a Costco membership. It's $60, $65 a year. And we typically save around 30 to 50% off what we would pay for a rental car without the membership. So if anything for a Costco membership, it's for rental cars. And then my husband loves to do, I don't actually know what it's called. I think it's called Visitor Pass. Where's my Orlando folder? Yeah, it's called Visitor. I don't know if you can see it, but it's right here, this app right here. It's called Visitor Toll Pass. So I believe you can only use it in Orlando. If that's wrong, someone correct me, or if I find out any information, I'll put it in the video somewhere. But instead of paying rental cars to their transponder, which I don't know how much it is daily. I just know that whatever you pay for this Visitor Toll Pass, I think you pay like $10 for the pass. And there's like kiosk in every terminal that we've been at MCO. You just have to grab it before you go to your rental car. You pay the $10 and it gets scanned when you go through the Easy Pass thing. I think it's called Easy Pass in Florida. And if you, whatever, usually we don't go through too many tolls in Orlando. We're just literally going from the airport to the Disney side of things and then back. And whatever of the $10 you don't use during your trip, you get that change back. If you use all of it, you don't get anything. I think if you use more, then you just pay more when you return it. But you just return the tag, the placard, whatever it's called, return box when you get back to the airport. So it's like super easy. My husband like loves it. So he did book that. And then today is the 22nd. And if our first park day is the 26th, then we have to pick lightning lanes tomorrow morning. So I will try my best to remember that at 7 a.m. 7 a.m. I have to book lightning lanes. And I just made that face because my daughter just started a new school and we absolutely love the school, but it's an earlier day than it used to be. So around 7 a.m. I'm like in the middle of like getting her ready. So I have to remember to put in an alarm. So hopefully I remember to take you with me. If not, we'll chat about it. So we have to do multi-pass. I have to measure her. I don't know if she is 40 inches yet. But yeah, so we'll get lightning lane passes for both parks. I'll see how tall my daughter is and see if she'll be able to ride any of the 40-inch rides. Because that will be so fun if we can go on it finally. And then I have to pack. I have to think of outfits. Right now I'm trying to rush through this video so I can get ready and go to work at a reasonable time. In case you guys didn't know, I don't think I've talked about this yet, but I'm a pediatric nurse practitioner by trade. It's fairly flexible kind of environment, but I'd like to get there when I say I'm gonna get there. I usually start work at 10, so it's about 8:08 a.m. So I'm not terribly late, but I need to beat it. So I gotta pack, I gotta find some outfits. I typically like to do the athletic dresses. But so I'll probably go through some of those, but I have like, t-shirts that I wanted to wear last trip that I didn't get to wear. I don't know, I'm just like, my brain is going at 100 miles per hour because I'm so excited. And I have to figure out what I'm gonna have my daughter wear. Actually, no. Well, usually Epcot, I like to do something like princess, all the princesses, or I'll just do a Mickey and Minnie type thing. She has some dresses that she refuses to wear here because she calls them her Disney dresses. So I'll probably pull some of those out of her closet. And she said for Magic, she wanted to be Cinderella. And I actually, our last family trip in May, I had bought a Cinderella-esque, maybe Elsa, blue dress from Trish Scully, I think. Trish Scully. Very pretty, very light. It seemed light. So she still hasn't worn that. So when she said she wanted to be Cinderella, I was like, that's totally fine. And then if that gets too hot, I have a play dress from Walmart that is also Cinderella that I'll take with me. And I did buy her a light up cape to wear for the new nighttime Starlight Parade. I thought it would be just like kind of fun just to have something light up because I see people on the internet do that too. So I know she'll enjoy it. And I think I bought her a light up one too. And then for me, I don't know what I want to do. What else? I'm thinking, I don't know if I want to do a dining. I probably will just book something and we'll decide if we'll keep it. So Epcot, probably not. We're pretty good at finding things to eat around Epcot, and especially with the festival, there's just going to be so much food around. And this new festival, I started watching videos like as soon as he told me. So I have all these like food and drinks that I want to like try, and all the booths we want to see. And then Magic Kingdom, we usually like to scrounge around and just find the foods that we like. But I might book Be Our Guest. When I looked yesterday, there was some time still available, so maybe I'll do that as something special. I think I'll do that and then see how we feel that day. I said we're gonna do Lightning Lanes, but Epcot, I don't want to focus on the rides too much. I feel like every time we go, I prioritize the rides, and then we are always rushing through World Showcase, and I have yet to like see all the countries. The other day, my husband and I were trying to rank the countries, and we got to like China, Japan, and Italy, and Morocco, and we're like, well, we really haven't really spent much time. And I know that there may not be much there, but I still want to go through and do the shopping and stuff. So I'm thinking I'll cap it off at like 3 rides. Epcot, especially since Spaceship Earth, I think is down while we're there. And that's one of my favorite rides. So then the rest of our time will just be going through the World Showcase and eating and having a great time. And shopping. And then Magic Kingdom, depending on if my daughter is 40 inches yet, I'll probably cap some of those rides too. So that we can actually like take pictures and walk around and do some shopping. Because I really enjoyed my trip with Brianna. It was very low-key chill, and I thoroughly enjoyed the time that we have, and I didn't feel like we were rushed at all. So I kind of want to do that with my family now that I understand how that all goes. What else? I think that's it. So I don't know how many videos I'm going to do. I'm hoping I remember to vlog and it's not as chaotic and stressful as it was when I tried to do it in May. And I'll be able to like talk to the camera now that I know how to do it, and know like when and where to like pull out my camera and stuff. I'll hopefully maybe take you along with some of the house prep and the packing. I don't think I need too many things. I don't need to buy too many things. We have like so many toiletries and all the stuff, and I just have been wanting to get through it all. So I'll probably just like take you through like going through the stuff that we have, maybe hopefully today, so that we're packed by Wednesday. And then maybe I'll take you along with the whole Lightning Lane purchase. And I'm super excited. We're going to Disney. All right, stay tuned.